Today we're going to talk about AI agents, chatbots, and how we pull them together, how WTE would architect one for your company. Today is one that we've created for the property management space, and some of the approach that we do, and we'll show some pictures of it here and give you some of the behind the scenes about how this comes about. One of the first things we're going to do is create a personality for it, because we're talking about something that's being developed for multiple people to use and to replace that human. So in the case here, we created this one for the property space for one of our clients called Manny. So we had graphics created, designed, of course, use some AI to generate the content for the AI of the image. But as you notice, we even threw in a effect here of giving Manny a cape that is made out of blueprints, because it is that property management space. So it's one that feels like, one, that he could be a maintenance person, but two, that he fits in as a superhero to help you out with maintaining your buildings and that persona. So right now we hear a lot about AI agents, and AI agents are actually things that kick off and do certain functions. And a lot of people are creating those, charging big money for companies to do these right now. AI agents are actually when you have it do certain things, so you have it kick off. In the case of Manny, an agent type function, which we have not put into it today. We're really on the response and research piece of that. But an AI agent function would be where you have it also kick off to contact a higher level. So you have it contact a supervisor and send off those text messages or something to somebody. So when you talk about the difference between an AI chatbot, normally that is your back and forth communication, maybe directing somebody to open up a ticket, and then have it also have that agentic type function where it can monitor and send things off. So some of the thought process we looked at when creating Manny was, we've got a building. It's a 40-story luxury tower with two other buildings. They're a part of the same complex, a parking deck. So you're talking about a really high dollar, let's say, $500 million plus type of structure that it is servicing here. So you've got all types of renters that are in different apartments, to penthouses, to the property management. So we have a lot of data. So what we do is, this is some of the back-end architecture. If you're in the agency space, this is something you can use for your own company, but it's how we as professional builders of this technology look at things. We take the mass amount of data that we hold for this client. So we have all of the property listings, all the square footage, all the equipment inside of it. We know every piece of mechanical that is inside that building, and we have that in our SQL database, very structured. So what we do is, when a request comes in, we capture that request. We find, using machine learning, what is inside the database that is relevant to the type of question being asked. We bundle that all in real time and then send that into the ChatGPT LLM, into the model. So that when Manny at GPT is responding to this request, what you're able to do is get that response that's got that local institutional knowledge. Not just a list of FAQs. There's a lot off the shelf that you can feed some FAQs into, but here we have got probably close to 50,000 asset elements that we fed into that MML machine learning model database first, that then feed to the LLM to be able to pull back a real response. So if you say, I need information about what's up on this particular floor, it can respond to you and direct you. It can even show you photos of it, because it's pulling it out of its local knowledge base, as well as it can then use the logic of the LLM to respond to a feature request or something like, what do I do if I've got this piece of equipment leaking? Then it can then go and say, oh, well, that's an Aon rooftop unit HVAC. Here's the maintenance manual, and here's what it says on the maintenance manual. Or it's, what do I do if this LG mini split is iced up and not serving heat? It will then go back to those manuals. And that is a great orchestration between the machine learning and institutional data that we store alongside off-the-shelf LLM, and then we package all of that up and put it in a user-friendly interface as we say here with Manny. So that's really how we generate these type of chatbot activity. It really cuts down on the amount of input and create that less friction interface. Is something that we hope that we can do for clients, as well as that we hope the industry continues to do with these AI chatbots, agentic functions, and everything with these LLMs.